guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video over here in the garage. It's Wednesday night, got done with work and a workout, so we're over here just playing around with the car. Not too much has been going on recently, just been working on tuning. I had a little vacuum leak, so I got that fixed on here, and now getting the fuel trims dialed in better. And I got this ordered. We're gonna put this on tonight. This is a catch can from Elite Engineering. I think it ran me 150, 160 bucks. Comes with the catch can, the bracket, the section of hose, and then all the hardware and fittings and everything. So we're gonna get this on the car. When I fixed the vacuum leak, I had the intake off and I looked at the ports and the runners, and there was a good bit of oil developed, and the car only has about 300 miles on it since I did the heads and cam install. So I wanted to get something on the car to kind of help mitigate the oil that's going into the intake. And you could see it was already developing deposits on like the valves and stuff, so I wanted to get that on there and kind of clean the system out. And then I got a can of Lucas fuel system cleaner for the injectors and the intake valves and stuff, so hopefully that'll knock some of the buildup that got on there off, and we'll get that installed. And basically it's going to mount up to the side of the head here, I believe, the bracket, and it's going to sit to the side, and it's going to go between this valley cover hose and then to where it goes in the intake. So we're just going to pull those. I drove the car over here, so it's a little hot. We're going to let it cool down for a bit and then get started. Put the flash on. But yeah, you can see the ports are basically just have a nice film of motor oil in them. We got the bracket all done. So far I'm rating this a 3 out of 10. The bracket here uses 2 bolts on the side of the head that they provide you, and they provide you these fancy kind of like cap screws with Allen in them. But if you look here, I'll try and line you up, you can't access this one here with any type of Allen key or Allen socket or anything like that, because it's right in front of the water pump housing. This one's okay. So I had to cut an Allen key really short to fit in there. They don't provide you with anything, so that's kind of stupid. They could have just gave you regular bolts with a hex head on it. You could have just used a box wrench, a ratchet wrench, whatever, tighten that up. So that's kind of silly. I don't know why they did that. But now we're just going to pull this vacuum line off here and hook these other 2 up. And this is the other thing I don't like either. This cable here for the AC compressor used to have a little Christmas tree clip that went into that bolt hole. Well, they should have drilled something out in the bracket so that you could stick that in, because now this basically doesn't have a home anymore because they stole that. So that's another change I would make, is just put a hole in the bracket that allows you to clip this piece into the harness. I don't really like that either. I think I'll just have to wire tie this up to the bracket there, but that's kind of BS. Not very good engineering. And all right, we'll continue on. Alright, we got the install done. You can see here it doesn't allow the plastic cover here to sit all the way down. I could loosen the bolts up and slide it down further on the bracket, but then you'd be hitting the heater core hoses and you wouldn't be able to unscrew the canister. So it's kind of a catch-22 where you either have it all the way up high and it doesn't hit down here, but then your cover doesn't snap in, or you lower it and then you can't get the can off because it's gonna hit the heater hose. So I don't know, I mean, everybody kind of raved about this Elite Engineering catch can as like the one to get, forums and everything, but I'm really not too impressed with it, especially the way this is fitting up with everything, with the hardware they gave you and the fact you can't get to the mounting bolt, and then now it doesn't even sit right. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and just lower it just a teeny bit, but I want to be able to, you know, just grab the can with my hand and thread it off and on, be able to service it. But I don't really like how that's hitting here and the cover's not snapped in. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this thing's gonna cut down on the oil consumption and what's going into the intake track. But the vacuum lines were easy enough to hook up. They provided clips on here, though you probably don't need them. So that's it for the install video of the catch can. Hopefully everything works out with it. There were 3 things that I really didn't like about it just from the install, which were the hardware they gave you to mount the bracket to the side of the cylinder head, the fact that they didn't leave a little cutout or a hole to attach that wire harness clip to the bracket for the AC compressor, and then the fact that when you have it jacked all the way up and able to service the can so you can unscrew it, it hits the little plastic cover. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it performs better than it was to install and where it mounted up. But again, there it is, just kind of tucked down there. It looks, I mean, pretty clean. It's kind of hidden and tucked away with the black finish. You almost don't even notice it's there. And the vacuum lines were kind of clean enough. But yeah, that's it. So probably go ahead and get the tools cleaned up here and then start the carp and roll on out. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next one. We got a car show coming up on Sunday that I'm going to, and then I think the next video I'm probably going to do is for the wideband install and the data logging for the MPV i2. So stay tuned for that one as well. Thanks.